Hello and welcome to this week's edition of In the News on GNPC TV, coming to you live from our offices here at Petroleum House in Tema. Coming up, GNPC CEO pays courtesy visit to Petroleum Commission. Again, GNPC highlights commitments to building human, research and technology capacity in Ghana's energy sector at Ghana Biennial International Summit and Exhibition 2024. APPO Secretary General visits GNPC ahead of Roundtable Forum on gas flaring. GNPC CEO Joseph Dadzie champions Environmental Stewardship at APPO Conference. I am Rebecca Lai. Now let's settle for the details. To our very first story, the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, Mr. Joseph Dadzie, paid a courtesy visit to the Petroleum Commission's headquarters on Monday. The visit aimed to strengthen the working relationship between GNPC and the Petroleum Commission. Mr. Dadzie's visit marks an important step in enhancing collaboration between these key players in Ghana's energy sector. Discussions at the meeting focused on fostering greater synergy to tackle challenges in the upstream petroleum sector. Mr. Dadzie outlined his vision for GNPC, emphasizing the importance and consolidating its position as an industry leader. He praised the Petroleum Commission's role in regulating Ghana's upstream oil and gas sector and expressed his commitment to working closely with the Commission to achieve shared goals and contribute to the growth of the energy sector. Emphasizing the need for open communication and transparency, Mr. Dadzie invited suggestions and feedback from all stakeholders. He highlighted the significance of maintaining positive relationship for a seamless partnership between GNPC and the Petroleum Commission. Reflecting on the past collaboration, Mr. Herbert Fable Jr., CEO of the Petroleum Commission, underscored the importance of knowledge sharing and mutual respect. He emphasized the need for continuous improvement to safeguard Ghana's interests in the oil and gas sector. The meeting also addressed outstanding concerns related to regulatory compliance, operational challenges, and industry best practices. Mr. Dadzie assured these issues will be thoroughly attended to, striving towards a stronger and more productive relationship with the Commission. Moving on, the General Manager of Engineering at GNPC, Mr. Victor Sunata, has underscored the importance of developing local capacities through the training of Ghanaians and investment in research and technologies as a means of finding solutions to the challenges of Ghana's oil and gas sector.
One of the key things we did when we realized that we didn't have the human capacity when duty happened on us is to work with the universities to build up their capacity so that they can train people for the industry. So that's just area as a national oil company, the capital we place on human resources. All the discussions we are having here, if we don't have the right mix of human resources, will fail.
And panel to discuss efforts at leveraging technology and research in optimizing oil and gas operations in Ghana at the second Ghana Biennial International Summit and Exhibition held in Accra on Monday. Mr. Sunata cited GNPC's collaborative efforts in partnering with local universities through the setting up of professional and researchers designed to build their capacities for the training of Ghanaians to take up space in the industry.
So like I mentioned earlier, we set up chairs in almost all the universities where the idea is to structure them into centers of excellence so that we don't send people abroad to be trained wholly, but most of the people we train in Ghana. Now the next stage is to ensure that these institutions have various laboratories, especially the technical people. The legal areas have the right libraries, books, and so on, and are linked to world-class institutions all around the world, because we still have to learn. And also we have the right faculty. So it's not just providing this infrastructure, but we ensure that the people who lecture there, the people who lead these chairs, or who lead in these chairs, are world-class people.
Further to this, Mr. Sunu Atta said, GNPC has established a Research and Technology Center, RAT, as a critical step towards better research and management of the large data volumes generated for its operational activities, ensuring that Ghana cultivates world-class expertise in managing its upstream operations in collaboration with our academic research centers.
We have our own plans in terms of research and development. We have a place called we call it RAT. It is a Research and Technology Center that we are building now. It's on the Spinters Road. Compared to what is in Nigeria, is small, but small beginnings. Now, we also have to find some niche area. That is what we are going to use the Research and Development Center to ensure that we link to academia, all the universities, the technology schools, so that researches that will be done in those schools driven by the center, there's a collaboration. And the research center can have a more focused sight on what is being done in the universities and incubated or brought into the research center and then sent into the oil and gas space.
Addressing emerging concerns of pursuing education and careers in petroleum-related sectors amid the energy transition conversation, Mr. Sunu Atta futed the predicted death of oil and gas-related engineers, allaying the fears of particularly students. He believes that the future is one of a complementarity rather than replacement.
But there are two things I'll mention to you. Dr. Asante did mention something about gas. In Africa, the policy is that the fuel for transition is gas. So that alone tells you that for the next 25, 26 years, because the transition we are looking at 2015 net zero or more, is you will be relevant because you need to find gas and to use gas. Now, the second one is petrochemicals. We will live with petrochemicals almost forever. And where is it coming from? Oil and gas. Now, what do you do to be able to leverage your knowledge as a petroleum engineer, chemical engineer, electrical engineer, just name, or even a geophysicist, or a geoscientist? It is to apply the present technologies that we have, AI, machine learning. Already in GNPC, people are doing some fantastic things with reservoir engineering because of machine learning, where oil is left behind in a very complicated reservoir. And they are preferring solutions using machine learning.
In our next story, in anticipation of the two-day Roundtable Conference on gas flaring and fugitive methane emission, organized by the Petroleum Commission in collaboration with the African Petroleum Producers Organization, APPO's General Secretary, Dr. Umar Farouk Ibrahim, paid a courtesy call on GNPC CEO, Mr. Joseph Dadzie, in Accra. Dr. Farouk explained that his visit aimed to discuss pressing issues facing Africa's energy sector amid the ongoing energy transition. He highlighted key APPO initiatives and invited Mr. Joseph Dadzie to join a forum of CEOs from national oil companies within APPO member states, focused on building a robust network to address Africa's energy challenges. Dr. Farouk emphasized the need for African-led solutions, highlighting the decline in funding for oil and gas ventures in Africa, and stressed the importance of utilizing domestic markets to prevent these resources from becoming obsolete. The discussion further focused on three critical areas: finance, market, and technology. Mr. Dadzie praised APPO's commitment to a just energy transition, acknowledging the organization's efforts in addressing Africa's energy issues within the context of global energy shifts. He commended APPO's proactive stance amid potential warning support from Western nations for oil and gas operations in Africa. Finally, and on the back of the invitation by APPO, GNPC CEO Mr. Joseph Dadzie at the recently held African Petroleum Producers Organization Roundtable Conference called for increased commitment to environmental stewardship among African oil and gas producing nations. The conference, focusing on zero routine gas flaring and lower methane emission in APPO oil and gas operations, highlighted critical environmental challenges and solutions. Mr. Dadzie emphasized GNPC's dedication to sustainable practices within the oil and gas sector, stressing the importance of addressing gas flaring and environmental responsibilities. He outlined GNPC and its joint venture partners' strategies to mitigate methane gas flaring, a significant greenhouse gas. The forum highlighted the significance of unity among APPO member states in addressing methane emissions and other environmental challenges. Through sustained collaboration and innovation, Africa aims to lead in sustainable oil and gas practices. That's all for this week's segment. Stay tuned to GNPC TV for more updates. Kindly visit our website on www.gnpcghana.com. I am Rebecca Lai. Thank you for watching.